to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue, a.k.a. Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game. Give it up for the world champ himself, Christopher Duarte, Parasite. Of course, we got the multi-world champion, the multi-champion, a legend and icon to the Call of Duty space. Give it up for Patrick Price, a.k.a. Eggs. And then we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benjay Naseem. What's going on, folks? Benjay, how you feeling, brother? You doing all right, Ben?
I'm feeling a little bit better today. We're getting there.
All right, man. I hope you start feeling better. I appreciate you pushing through. You know what I mean? Ben didn't have to be on the show today, and he decided he's going to come on anyway. So shout out to Ben. We also got the Slayer. We got Pat in the building. What's going on, Pat? How are you, brother?
Good, chilling. I saw Chris was rocking a hoodie today. So made me feel good.
Yeah, but, I seen that. I seen that, Duarte. You got the Slayer hoodie on at the gym or what, Chris? What's going on with you?
Yeah, I was in PRs in my Blow It Up merch.
I like that. I like the Blow It Up merch. It's
you
crazy,
might have to send out some free merch after today, Pat.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're gonna talk about Blow It Up, today's probably the best day.
You might have to send out some free merch.
Sam, how you doing, Sam? You doing all right?
Terrible, bro. I think today might have started my villain arc, dude.
Bro, today was a rough day. I think today, we can argue, was probably some of the worst COD we've seen. Like, in terms of just, like, the quality of play that we were watching was just not there today, I'm going to be honest. From everybody. Even the teams that won, I feel like, didn't even, like, play too good. Would you guys agree that today was kind of just a clusterfuck of a day?
Yeah.
I
agree.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, listen, I don't want to waste any time before we do hop into it. I did want to talk about the new maps that are coming in because we forgot to talk about that yesterday. I don't know if any of them are going to be liable. I know, Sam, one of them you really like for pubs. It was Grind, and that map was in what game? What game was Grind in?
BO2 and BO4.
BO2 DLC.
I mean, I don't know if Grind is going to be a competitive map if it was in past games and it wasn't used. But, I mean, hey, we are using a lot worse maps now, so maybe it could be liable. What do you guys think? Can you see Grind coming into play and actually being used?
We didn't use a lot of DLCs way back in the day in terms of map sets. And on top of that, the BO2 map set was pretty fucking good. So they just didn't, replace anything. But, dude, at this rate, with how, like, the map set is, I'm taking anything that we can get. If it's relatively playable, it's got 3 lanes, the hills aren't bad, put it in immediately, bro. Because some of these maps, dopeless, and they're just brain dead.
Yeah.
They don't take any skill.
I mean, we saw some pictures, Ben. I don't know if you could find the link of where the maps are. We could maybe take a look at them. And then there's also some new maps coming in, like some new ones. But based on the layout or from what I've seen, I don't know if they're going to be used either, just because they kind of seem kind of cluttered. I know one of them, there's like just a bunch of cars all over the map. So, I mean, it looks like the whole map can fucking blow up. So I don't know if that's going to be used. And then another one almost looked like hotel, maybe. Shout out to Benjay for linking it. Actually, let's tune in. We'll take a look. Will I get copyrighted for this, Ben? I might get copyrighted for this.
Probably want to mute it just in case.
Oh, for the video?
Yeah, you might want to mute it just in case.
I think even for the video,
you should just get the mini maps. You should just get the maps. Like I'm pretty sure they've tweeted they
tweeted. Do you know who tweeted it? Do you know who tweeted? I can't find it. I'm not sure who tweeted it.
Let me
I don't remember who tweeted it.
Let me do some research if you want to play whatever the hell you're gonna play.
Nah, I don't want to play. It's giving me copyright looking at it. I could already tell COD is gonna hit me with that shit.
It's throwing copyright.
Yeah, it's throwing copyright for sure. But yeah, link me the maps. People are saying Charlie Intel or something. There was one map that looked really good to me, Sam. It was the one that we were saying. Remember, I was telling you, kind of looked like Hotel and like 6-star, and I forgot what the other map was. It kind of looked like that map, like all those maps put together. The one with the cars is Dealership. Bounty, is that the name of the map? Was it Bounty?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Bounty? What do you think about that, Chris? See Bounty being used? I mean, based on the layout and based on how it looks.
I honestly didn't mind outside of the fucking cars. Like, I didn't mind the layout of them. They seem like pretty much like 3-lane, pretty standard stuff. The maps are like at an actual medium size, and they didn't feel like there was a lot of like openness. Because I feel like with the maps we have now, there's like no separation. Like everything's just like intertwined in those maps. It's actually felt like the lanes had good separation. So I don't know. The one thing that I'm worried about.
Oh, here we go. Shout out to Records, man. He just sent it to me. So I got it.
One thing that I'm worried about, Tom, is a lot of these maps are campaign maps. Because I played the campaign. So I know that this is probably a location in the campaign. That it looks very similar to a level that I played. So if that's the case, there's probably going to be some verticality. And sometimes that's not the best. But hopefully, it plays pretty good.
I mean, look at this map. Visually looks insane. Like this map looks crazy. I think you're in a skyrise building. Like I think you're in a high rise.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of see the layout there from the mini map on the left hand side. It almost looks like there's 3 lanes, but I think there's a lot more to the map. Like I think there's different levels to the map. So I'm not really too sure how it's going to play. I mean, obviously, just you know, from the eye test, it looks like there's a lot going on, but the map does look visually pleasing.
So the room you're looking at right now, like on the right side, is the room. It's the room on the right side of the mini map. You can tell with like the stat. You see that, like the crescent wall, like it's like by the bar, and then it's on the right side of the mini map.
I see it, right side. Yep, I see it.
So that top area that you'll see in the center of the map, it looks like it's right behind the statue. Like you can get, and it looks like you can get up there, and then the bottom
like a catwalk.
Yeah, so either that brown area is like dead, or it's like underneath the like middle of the map. So it don't look bad.
Can you? Is this outskirts a route here? Like this, the bottom of the map? Is that a route? Like, can you hit that?
You might be able to. That might be like a scaffolding type of thing.
I think if you scroll down, there's pictures of the outskirts of the map.
I'm looking at it right now. So I'm just scrolling down, looking at some of these pictures. Here's the mini map. Here's the mini map blown up for us just to get a better look at it. So I think this is like a catwalk area here, like top mid here. This looks like a catwalk here.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the way the maps are designed, or the mini maps are designed, that stripe means that it's not like a playable area. That's like just like dead building. So that means you can't actually go in there. It looks like there's a small vent like on the middle like side of the map that you can get up to the catwalk area. Do you see that?
I see it right here, right? This little L, this little backwards L here.
Can you click the things on the right for the hard points?
For the hard points? What are? Oh, that's what that does. That shows hard points. Oh, okay. So these are where the hard points are showing right now. So 1 is right in the middle. Then 2 kind of goes back. 2 is actually pretty close. Dude, why'd they do it like that? Why'd they do 1, 2? I feel like 3 should be 2.
Not just like the crescent fucking thing.
Why is 2 not like the top right? It's just unused.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
They dead ass are putting on like a blindfold and setting these objectives.
Where is
4? We're not even
4?
using the right side of the
4
map.
looks tiny, man. Look at
where
4.
the fuck is 4?
Looks like it's like a little tiny square, like in the corner of a room.
I think there's elevators up there.
Oh no!
Yeah, chalk that. All right.
So you're telling me people are gonna be hitting elevators?
I assume there's stairs as well. I assume it's like a skyline situation. You can get upstairs with a zip.
Okay, this is the map in Search and Destroy. So I'm guessing the offensive team would spawn on this side, on the left side.
On the left side,
yeah. On the left side, and then I guess A is the close site and right in the middle, and then B is kind of gonna be on the edge. So this could work for Search.
I think the spawns are outdoors because that's how that outdoors area is 100% like a part of the map because you can see on the top left there's like stairs to go up to the top level of the like building.
Yeah, this doesn't look that bad. Like the S&D points. I mean, granted we don't really know the map, but I mean we'll see how it plays out. And then this right here are the control points. Or sorry, the domination points. We don't need to look at that. Do they have control points? Oh no, they don't have control points. I don't think.
I don't believe in that game, man.
Yeah, and those are the spawns.
No.
Okay.
Unless the control points are somewhat close to where the S&D points are going to be. Like maybe one control point will be right here in the middle. And I'm guessing another one will probably be somewhere to where that B bomb site is. But and then we have some other maps. This is the outskirts right here. You see, like the windows and shit. Like I'm pretty sure this is like the outskirts area, and I don't know if it's like a dead end.
Can you go back to the map so I can see what that like area looks like?
Yeah. So
like,
see in the bottom, like down here, I think that's what that is, or maybe it's up here, like these plats right here. I don't know. I can't tell.
That might be like the left. It might be like the left side of the map, like the spawn.
Yeah, I think it is like somewhere where the spawn is probably. And then,
that staircase leads up top. So
Jesus Christ, that person got blown up. And then do they show the other maps as well? Let me see if they show anything else here.
That's the outskirts right there that you see on the bottom of the mini map.
Yeah, no, I don't think any of the other 2 maps, to be honest with you, are even going to be used anyway. I think the only map I really wanted to take a look at is Bounty. Dealership just had cars everywhere, so I just hardly doubt that's going to be played if there's just blown up cars everywhere. But this is definitely the map that I think people are most curious about. Would you guys agree that this is kind of the one everybody's been looking at? Just like maybe potentially a map that can come in, because the others aren't coming in. I don't think they are.
What is dealership? Is that one not?
That one has cars everywhere.
Yeah, it has cars everywhere.
Some of them are blown up. Some of them are like fully like not blown up. So it's just cluttered.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. The one thing though is like obviously we were looking at the hills and we're complaining about that 4th hill or the 2nd hill or whatever. Listen, MW3 was very active when it came to moving hills and taking that feedback. So if there's a map that's even relatively competitive and it looks nice and the spawns aren't completely terrible, I really hope they take our feedback, or at least we can work and try to get some of the hills moved, because if that's an actual problem, then it should be addressed, because there's no reason why it shouldn't be. When MW3, they changed the hills like 3 times on like 4 different maps, reverted them. Like, bro, they were doing the fucking most. So
yeah. I mean, it looks pretty cool. This map actually does look cool. I'm not gonna lie. This map looks dope. Like, I'm excited to see how this map like plays out, and hopefully it can be used, because we need more maps. I mean, how many? I feel like we watched the same. Somebody in the watch party today was like, "Dude, I feel like this game's been out for a year and we haven't even done a major one yet." And I kind of feel the same way. I feel like we've watched a lot of the same maps. So hopefully we can get some new maps here. But you guys ready to hop into the series?
Yeah,
Talk about this shit. Let's hop into this, man. First series of the day. We got the Vancouver Surge going up against the Minnesota ROKKR. This one goes all the way down to a 5th and final map. It was Vancouver who was able to take the first hard point. They also take the control, and they take the last S&D. So winning 1 apiece for each game mode. Minnesota went around 11 in the map 2, and a Grueler vault hard point in the map number 4. But ultimately wasn't enough for them as we scroll down and take a look at the stat sheet. For Vancouver, you got a 1.22 from 04. I think he set the kill record in this series with 138 kills.
He absolutely did.
04 with 138 kills in a series. I mean, this is the 04 we've been looking for. We were saying the same thing yesterday, that we're waiting for 04 to kick up. He fried yesterday, fried again today. Love seeing 04 shooting back to where we know he can be. Then you got a Booza with 108 kills in a series. Booza was 108 and 115, putting that pressure down with the assault rifle. Like to see that as well from a Booza, the aggression from him. You got a .76 from Hixie. I'll be honest, he's been kind of struggling, man. Hixie's been struggling to get kills. Gonna look to see him step it up a little bit here. You got a 1.05 from Nasty. Everybody pulling weight for the most part in the damage department. And then the other side, you got a 1.23 from Estrio, a 1.23 from Geo, a 0.95 from Nero, but Paul X continuing to just struggle here with a 0.72, only 90 kills over here in this one, when the rest of his team is around the 120 kill mark. Match MVP for this one, of course, goes to 04 with a 1.15 in hard point, a 1.54 in search, and a 1.26 in control. We'll start with you, Sam. Minnesota versus Vancouver. What are your initial thoughts? I think, at least for me, I think Paul's really been struggling for Minnesota, man. I feel like something's up with this guy, man.
Shout out to Surge for winning the 3v3, first and foremost. Dude, it was an hour and 40-minute series, about as close as it possibly could have been.
Yep.
Entertainment-wise, it was a good watch, just because every map was super close. But in terms of the actual Call of Duty being played and the plays being made, it was fucking abysmal, man. The amount of mistakes in the series alone, like I said, today might have started my villain arc. I think Surge have like 3 Game 5 round 11s this split. They have 4 wins, so they came out on top of at least 2 of them. I don't even know what to take from this series, other than the fact that Hixie and Paul just cannot get kills, and that 04 has been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
I tweeted it after the series was over, or even maybe during it, but 04 looks like he was playing last year, which is very good. His search has been awesome. His respawn is like kind of where we wanted to see it preseason on this team. So I'm pretty impressed with the way that he's been playing. I think is my number 1 takeaway from this series. But fuck me, the mini map was just terrible.
Yeah.
Yo,
all around.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is the year, or I mean, granted, it's the way the game is. Yo, no shot to Hixie. This goes to any of these players. Yo, get these players out that are like, oh, they're gonna make the right play, the selfless play. This game is brain dead. You need people that are going to fly and fry, and that is like it, bro. There's no room for fucking people dropping 0.7s in the way that this game plays. Period.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's it. I mean, I agree with you that you need talent, Chris.
To a degree.
To a degree.
Mostly.
Yeah, to a degree, you need talent for sure. Like, you
Put
need
it this
talent.
way.
I mean,
Put it this way.
You still want
put it this
people
way,
making
Tom.
smart plays, though, because we've seen a lot of horrible plays today. I'm gonna pull some up today too. There was some bad fucking plays, but
I agree with you. But to a degree, it's like, okay, listen.
I know what you mean, Chris. I know what you mean.
You don't need that route taker when you get locked into that skyline front P3 spawn. You don't need one. There is no route taker. You just have to fucking fly. Like, to a degree, yes, you do need people that are going to make selfless plays, smart plays, take a route, but like they're so obvious in this game. It's like, oh, I spawned out grass. I got to go hit underground and flank the zip.
To
like,
you, Chris,
you know
to
what I
you.
mean?
But I mean, from what
Not
we've
to these
seen,
guys apparently, right?
bro. I mean,
You
a
know?
lot of guys. We've been watching the teams today, and like people are just not picking up lanes, or they're not watching pinches, or they're not holding spawns, or they're not looking at the right thing. It's just there's so much to it that they're just.
Obviously, I'm being egregious with the take in terms of like how like much I'm stressing it, but I think everyone kind of understands what I'm saying. That the way these maps play, they're so gritty a lot of the time. Unless you're blowing a team out, like you just need people that are gonna like clutch up and win some important gunfights and just have that raw talent. Like
Scrappy said the last thing they need is more kills in this series. That's what Scrappy said in the chat. Which I guess, granted, is kind of true. I mean, everybody's got over 100 kills in this series.
Bro, they're like 5 people got top 6 kill records in this.
Yeah, no, that's insane. It's
Because
actually
every
insane.
map went basically the distance.
But yeah,
you know,
every map went to the final round, final minute. Like,
I don't
yeah,
even
of
know what you
course.
take away from this. No, I'm not bullshitting you. I don't know how you as the ROKKR or Surge walk away from this series and like watch this VOD and like get better. Like this series was a pure 50-50 coin flip the whole time. All of them. Every map.
Yeah.
Pure coin flip.
Even the way they were played, like people couldn't hold hills. People were having a hard time just breaking too. Like they couldn't. Like it just felt so sloppy from both teams. A lot of trades, right? Just like a lot of flooding, a lot of trading. It was definitely getting pretty weird.
Go back up to the map set.
Yep.
We know we played Skyline. Skyline plays like that. If it goes the distance, bro, everyone has 50 million engagements, and then we Volt. Okay.
They played it
right.
17 times, and fucking Seattle had one of the worst round 11s I've seen.
I mean, they're playing Volt and Skyline, bro.
Vancouver.
Everyone's just fucking flying at each other, trading back and forth, and no one can get a stable setup.
Yeah. No, 100%. What about you, Ben? What did you think about the series, Ben?
I mean, I think it was just sloppy COD. I don't think either team is. I walk away from this convinced that they're gonna really do much at the major. I think 04 is someone that I want to tip after today. That guy is once again. He's out here just making plays consistently, and he's a player that I think will probably. I already want to start the narrative on it. Like I think he's going to get on a better team next year. Because the players I see this guy make consistently, and it's not just an S&D, it's in a respawn. Like this guy makes plays for the win. He dropped 138 kills today, 15k damage. Like we got to respect that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ernie, if you want to join the TeamSpeak, join the TeamSpeak, bro. If you want to talk about some of this shit, bro, you don't have to. But I see you in the chat. You seem like you're pretty into this shit. If you want to join up, man. What about you, Pat? You got any thoughts on the series or any of these players or what? Any blow ups?
I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, 04, obviously, like I talked about it yesterday. I was asking, like, what's this guy's averages? Like, he's clearly playing at this level, to echo what Ben said. So, I mean, it's still impressive. I think, again, the Surge team is not going to do anything with a couple of the players that they have. And I think 04 can't do this forever. I will say, like, it's weird to see Abuza not be the star of the Surge team. Like, granted, 04 is playing insane, but it's weird just to see him not be kind of like that guy on this squad. But yeah, this team, I think, is going to need a roster change after this. As far as Minnesota, dude, I'm genuinely mind blown by this. How many game 5s in a row have they had?
Yeah,
like
it's
the
insane.
fact that they just get here.
insane.
Have they played 7?
time.
Has every series been a game 7?
Literally, I'm pretty sure yes. If not every series,
game
maybe,
six.
Gotta
maybe
be. It's
one of
either
them
6
did.
or 7.
Yeah,
it's either 6 or 7 game 5s.
Well,
It's
Ben
one or
said
the other.
yesterday it was 5, right? Ben, didn't you say it was 5 yesterday?
Including the minor. They had 2 in the minor too, no? Or 1 in the minor, excuse me.
I'll look it
Yeah.
up right now. So they
They
far
had
this
2 in the minor, didn't they?
Did they have 2?
no they
Fuck me, bro.
they have played in the league 5 game 5s, and the other 3 series were game 4s, and then at the minor, all of them went to game 5. They just lost to ATL map 5. But I don't know, man. I just we just gotta talk about this Minnesota team. Like they're a serviceable control team, they're a serviceable S&D team, but they continue to have the tiniest map pool of all time in hardpoint. Like they're a very good Hossie team. It seems like their vault is pretty clean, but red card Skyline, they can't cop dubs on this map. Protocol 1 and 4, like. It's just going to be tough. They've got to figure out how to expand their map pool by 1 or 2 maps. I think they're going to start closing out a couple of these series before it gets to 5.
Yeah. Speaking of the Skyline, I wanted to take us into a clip here towards the end of the game. Things got really, I mean, there was just a lot of trades going down, Sam. I know we were talking about the end of the game here because you thought there might have been a second here to where Gio maybe could have pushed through and got the pinch.
Yeah, that's just like an insane nitpick, though.
It's a nitpick.
I don't think it was like an actual, like, I'm not gonna fault him for not making the play. It just would have been like crazy heads up because he had to end up getting an extra kill to like help his team because Nasty ends up getting a 3-piece here. But
yeah, this is one of those hills where like the P2 the P3 spawns are coming in, like the grass spawns, and then the front spawns are coming in. It's just constant floods. It's basically just whoever can get the kills. And I do like the route that Gio takes here, to be honest. He goes around, he takes his time and goes left. We were just debating here whether or not Gio should have pushed through here because he had the timing to maybe work a pinch here and maybe flip these spawns. Duarte, I don't know if you have anything to say about that. Do you like the play of Gio cutting back? Granted, this is obviously hindsight. Gio in the heat of the moment. Like, I think he makes a good play by taking this route. I just thought for a second here, like, especially once 2 kills go down, like Gio gets a kill, Estro gets a kill, boom, that's 2 dead. I'm thinking maybe he could push through here too. I think he cut back possibly because Vancouver are so close to winning. Maybe he thought he didn't have the timing for it.
He's going to do one of 2 things. So if he does get there fast enough, which in hindsight you can see in the minimap that he probably wouldn't have got back there to block the spawn, he would spawn his team. He would spawn the enemy team right next to his teammate's piano. Plus, even though they did get a 2-piece, the other teammates are still off spawn. So that guy that's at the front of the hill essentially either has to sit there behind the chimney and wait, and all that time that he bought by getting those 2 kills is going to go to waste, or he has to come and help them to kind of like get them control of the hill.
Yeah.
And
then right here, as we go into the P4 here, look at how Minnesota gets in and breaks it. Look at how they get in and win this game. Like they just
can you freeze frame it, by the way? Like the literal second Nero spawns,
Vancouver,
like the millisecond that Nero spawns.
When Nero spawns?
Literally like right here, bro. Why does he spawn P2? And if there's any players in chat or coaches or anyone that can explain this logic to me, why does Nero spawn P2 here?
Yeah, that was weird. Let me do it.
He spawns first.
Let me do it right away. As soon as
he dies, he dies first, and him spawning P2.
Fuck.
I feel like just fucks everything.
The timing was so quick, I can't even get the pause play.
Yeah, Nero definitely spawns first, but I don't know why he spawns in P2. Both of the default spawns are open, being piano and kitchen, and it forces Vancouver to get that emergency spawn because the only time that you get that spawn in the back is if it's an emergency spawn.
I mean, the only thing
a contested hill, maybe. As people are saying, maybe
the only thing I say is contested hill, where it's like line of sight in a way, because even though this guy's not directly looking at the back, like his camera angle.
I'm not talking about influencing the back. Like, why does Nero spawn in P2? Why would he not just spawn like piano, stairs, or kitchen, like the default spawns on the hill?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe like because no map control spawn.
I'm gonna use a Ronin word here. It's a tertiary spawn. Like that happens.
It might be
as like a backup spawn.
It might be a no map control spawn. Like look at the rest of his team. Once like all the people start spawning, they start spawning in normal-ish areas, I guess. So I don't know.
That, like,
it was a weird spawn. I almost feel like Nero could have gotten the back spawn there. Like maybe potentially got the back spawn.
Well, Hixie was alive when he spawns.
Yeah, but
so he's blocking it.
But we've seen people spawn back there even when people are alive in Hill. But I guess granted in other situations that spawns might be blocked, right? So maybe that's why they're spawning in the back. Like if the front spawns are all blocked, then
like with Nero spawning in P2 there forces Vancouver to spawn in the back now. And because I think he's indirectly blocking both of the front spawns, being piano and kitchen, by him spawning P2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
So it forces that emergency spawn in the back, and it loses him the game.
Yeah, definitely.
So I just don't know why that happened.
Definitely a crazy ending to the skyline there. Just wanted to take a look at that real quick. And then I wanted to take a look here at the round 11. Sam, how many 8 plants did we see on Vault S&D today?
20 out of 21.
There was 21 rounds of Vault S&D today, and we saw 28 plants. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, this map has been driving me nuts. It is so one-dimensional. It is very rare that we see teams hitting the B side of the map. Even just like mid or something, man. Like it's sometimes you see
ROKKR hit mid one time.
One time,
today,
and it worked.
Was the one. That was the one round,
and it worked too. I don't know why teams don't do it more, but I think there were some overchows here. I don't think they'll force to challenge that. I think this is Seattle's round to win. Bomb down. They have a guy deep P2, just playing like spoiler. Then they got 2 guys in sight with SMGs, and 0-4 just ends up overchalling Vault door, and he kind of gets team shot there. And then once they're able to find that blood, they make it a 3v2 situation. I like the rap from Minnesota. They end up using their numbers. They jump down hole. They get on the bomb site, and Estro ends up just hopping right on the bomb here. Just hops on the bomb right away. Doesn't waste any time. The tacks are coming in. See Hixie trying to make the play. He goes down, and Nasty just can't get eyes on sight. I actually thought Vancouver could have had that. They got eyes on the sight here. Could Nasty not have seen him like way earlier when he got on the bomb?
No, they planted the bomb, which is why I was tweaking all day today. Can you back it up to the beginning of the round?
Yeah. Yeah, the very beginning.
Like just the break off. Yeah.
All right, here's the break off here. So Vancouver.
So
they all
Nasty
go away.
goes P2, breaks off P2. So the reason to not plant this bomb is one, you jump off a cat, you throw tax, you hit a trophy on cat stairs. You can think that like the other team's playing it fast and they might like try to chase you pool. That's fine. Nasty's P2 the whole time. He has his pool the entire time. Why are they not planting the bomb for pool? He plants it to a point where it can get stretched all the way, and in the end sequence of the round, which is when we started this conversation, Nasty has to run all the way to front P2 to get the angle to kill the guy off bomb.
Yeah.
If Charlie pinches hole here, gets his kill, and Nasty just kills the guy off bomb, they win the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they planted in such a shit spot. Like teams going A that don't plant for pool with pool control drives me fucking crazy. Because then this happens.
I think Estrio recognized it too. As soon as he turned the corner,
sure he
so as soon as he saw where the bomb was, he knew that he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna hop this, like with the way that they planted it. So definitely a good round there from Minnesota there in the Surge and Destroy. Just a very close round 11. But just to go back to the stat sheet, any final thoughts, guys, with the Minnesota ROKKR and the Vancouver Surge? Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say Miles and Chance are actually memeing it on the stream the whole time, but why aren't people wall banging that close corner? Like it's with an AR, you are guaranteed to get hit markers in that close corner.
The one with the close
on
right?
the right side. On the right side, yeah. Dude, Paul was sitting in that corner and they didn't even wall bang it. Like I think that he was sitting in that corner multiple rounds.
Wait, like you can wall bang with what, an AR just through the concrete?
Bro, yes. Yeah, there's been like I watched like I already knew this, but because I saw Cruz do it way back at the beginning of the game, like he uploaded a tweet. But like there's like wall bang spot videos on this game, and some of them are insane for that bomb site.
Players know the spots.
I'm genuinely appalled if that's true. I don't think there's no way people don't know you can wall bang that right wall.
I guarantee they don't
How
know
do they
because
not know if they play the game every fucking day?
You guys are fucking lying, bro. Scrap. There's no way they don't know. Scrap's in chat.
Why would they? What's the upside of not doing it if they know them?
I don't know. The right wall involved inside the bomb site.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly
You
what
could
you're
wall
talking
bang all the walls because I got aimbot hacked on and ranked and sitting in corners in that bomb site, and I know what you can shoot through.
How are people allowed to sit in that corner when there's ARs up on the map and they're retaking the site without even at least throwing some bullets in that corner? Like, what are we doing?
I've seen like those wallbang spot TikToks that like they go through and they show you all the different wallbangs that people find. Bro, there's some crazy wallbangs out there that when pros actually learn them and take the time to learn them, they're definitely going to be using them unless they're saving them for like certain moments in certain situations. I don't know. But we saw this last year.
Everyone knows that. It's the most basic wall. It's literally it's right on the other side.
Then they're brain dead.
They're brain dead.
They're brain dead.
Nice.
They're brain dead.
We saw that last year with the New York subliners. On Karachi. Remember when they brought out that cheese when they were shooting through the wall across the map on the bomb plant? The one by the bridge? I mean, we're definitely going to see people doing some nerdy wall bangs as the year goes on because I've seen some crazy ones. And I'm surprised we haven't seen much of them, to be honest. But anybody else got any final thoughts of the series? Vancouver, Minnesota? Anybody? All right. No. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, if I'm Minnesota, bro, and they go to the event and they just get twerked on again, bro, like it's Paul. Listen, Paul might not be the direct issue as to why this team is struggling, but like 0.7's unacceptable. We were talking about it before the show started, me and Sam. Sam basically was saying that this is the easiest year for ARs to get picked up because a lot of teams need good ARs. Like the subs are easily the best play. Granted, they're using the God gun, makes sense. The subs are easily the best players on most teams, and there's a lot of ARs in the league right now that are struggling to get a fucking kill.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yep. You guys ready for the next one? Let's move on. We got the Vegas Falcons going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas Genomates. This one ended up being a 3-0 for LAG. Vegas Falcons continuing to struggle. They have not won a series so far in the CDL. They are 0-7 to start the CDL. LAG 2-5, so a much needed win for them. We'll scroll down and take a look at the stat sheet here. Nearly a red carpet here for the Vegas Falcons. The only one saving them was Doom with a 1.09. And then the other side, just everybody cooking. You had a 1.14 from P-Dog, a 1.36 from Kismet, a 1.15 from Lins, Skies with a 1.0. Everybody pulling up weight in a damage department. Match MVP goes to the Bulldog. What is that picture of Kismet? What the hell is that? Kismet, he was great today, bro. Kismet was insane. I think it's good to see Kismet just kind of starting to feel comfortable on a map, starting to feel more comfortable. You even heard him in the interview. Just him and Lins are just trying to figure it out and trying to figure out their pacing. And they're starting to look a lot better. Granted, they are playing the Vegas Falcons, which is what I want to direct the conversation to. The Vegas Falcons, bro.
They suck.
This is bad. This is bad.
But I know, bro, I don't want to say too much on it, but we talked about it in the offseason. Like, when there's a team like this in the league, bro, it just like it hurts the entire league because these guys are taking away spots from players or another team that would deserve it, and it sucks to see, bro. Just because it's an experiment of like, oh, this region is interested in Call of Duty and esports, and so they just they buy a spot in. But like, bro, this isn't competitive. This isn't fun to watch. They could very well go winless. Yeah, it's just this bad, bro.
I mean, like obviously it's good on that standpoint where it's kind of like we're getting different fan bases, right? Like,
but you don't do that in a professional league. Like that's the problem, bro. Like this is supposed to be the 12 best teams in the world. That's what the Call of Duty League is, and that's not what's happening here.
Go ahead,
I feel bad for the players because at the end of the day, they're just taking the opportunity that they're given, but clearly, to a degree, at least, their knowledge of the game, right? This is not skill aside. Their knowledge of the game is just not there. Like, bro, they're playing probably the easiest hard point to play, right? We talk about how Skyline a lot of times is just a bang out, so you get locked in these spawn points and the plays are just obvious that they need to make. They're not making them. They're not winning their fights. They can't win a fucking hard point.
I think the biggest thing for me with Vegas is their decision making, bro. Like, they don't even rotate and lock down setups.
But that's what we talked about.
They just run. Like they're just running.
Having talent is only half the picture. That's why in the offseason when we're like, yeah, these guys can shoot, that shit really doesn't matter, bro. If you're just playing with your head, running around like a chicken with their head cut off, you're gonna. This is the results you're gonna get.
And that's what I was saying, Pat. I was like in the beginning of the year, I was like, Vegas could potentially just because in the beginning of the year, you can clearly see that they can keep up with the shooting, right? Like the shooting part, they can keep up. And I'm like,
Call of
okay,
Duty, that's not the hardest thing to do.
Right. And I'm like, as the year goes on, I'm expecting them to adapt and learn and watch these other teams and take what they're doing and get better and better and better. But I see other teams getting better, and I see them just kind of staying stagnant. I feel like they're not getting better.
Changes every day.
Yeah, and that's another thing, Sam. We were talking about it. Bro, you can't get better if you're going to just keep changing players. They threw Wixel in for one series, and then next series he's gone. Now we're looking at King. Granted, I'm hearing a lot of great things about King. People are talking very highly about him. But how do you get comfortable?
Seriously, I think. Just a little sidebar. I actually think King played well today.
Yeah, I mean, when they're on his POV, at least he's actually getting aggressive and making plays. I think that was the biggest thing with Wixel. Wixel dropped a 1.2 or some shit, but when we were watching him, he was literally metal boots. The guy literally wasn't moving on the minimap. You can't get wins if you're not moving on the minimap. So maybe that's what they saw. Maybe Vegas saw that, and they're like, man, this is not going to work. And they wanted to bring in King. But definitely hard to get comfortable when you're constantly changing the roster. I feel like you got to experiment those things in practice. Right? I feel like that's a good place to experiment, maybe interchange certain players. I know other teams have done that in the past. I know Toronto Ultra has done the boot camp, right? Miami has done that. And I think it came out really successful for them, for Toronto, when they did their little trial. But I feel like Vegas is running into the same problem. They don't know who to start. They don't know what to do with this roster.
I'm not going to lie, bro. If Kix was still in play, I would have had Kix, King, Xnid, and fucking no bullshit bring in Hamza, bro. That would have been my best roster from they got. Yeah, dude.
Say gamer tags because people don't really know.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, I call him Hamza Frosty because Glow Frosty. Yeah, there's Frosties everywhere. But anyways, yeah, no, Roxas. He's been just as bad as a body. The Doom, I don't even know. He had a decent series here, but I don't think he's done anything that's really impressed me. At least in the respawns, his search been pretty good. Mm-hmm. Xnid, he's been there shining light, but this series he got shit on, and then King is that bad. But I've seen him play in challengers, and I think the King guy was probably the best one.
Well, Sam has a take on that. On the Xnid.
Oh, let's hear it.
Go ahead, Sam.
I think Xnid is. I don't know if it's accurate or not. I might have been spewing. I think Xnid, if he's not the best player on the team, skill wise, he becomes way worse. I think that Kix was better than him on their first roster, and he wasn't. We were never touting Xnid for playing extremely well until Kix was gone.
Whoa, hold on. Xnid was running. They were running 3 ARs. That's why.
That's fine.
And then he had to swap to a sub and try to use a sub. So
we weren't talking about him. And then there was this period where he was the best player, and then they picked up King, who I think could potentially be their best player, and Xnid immediately gets shit on. So I don't know. Just a little high level analysis right there, but I don't know, dude. I'm with Pat personally. I get that it's a feel good fucking thing for the region and it's just sucks. It sucks ass to watch, dude. Like the fact that these guys are giving teams CDL points for free. Like if you get a Falcons in your schedule for these qualifiers, you're thank God. Like you just get a free 10. It is absurd. This isn't competitive, and I get it. It's a feel good story. We want them all to improve. Fucking whatever, bro. This is bad COD. Point blank period.
I think we're all rooting for him, right? We're all rooting for him.
I want him to be good.
We all want them to be good. We all want them to win series.
Pat said it best. I'm watching these guys get Kentucky fried. I'm hoping they win a map.
I mean, Sam, we were talking about this today, but can we potentially see another Shanghai Dragons scenario that we saw in Overwatch, where this team goes completely winless throughout the year? Because I don't know who they're going to beat with the way that they're playing right now. Like I just don't know if anybody's going to give them that satisfaction.
We have 3/4 of a year left, so there's a long time between now and then. But
I mean, it is a long time, but I mean, they're not competitive right now, Ben. That's the problem. They're not competitive.
The worst season we've seen in COD, at least in the CDL era, was Paris Legion Vanguard. They won 2 series. These guys are going to beat that.
Bro, I'm actually crying. This is a tangent, but somebody in chat said it's 1 series. Tom replies, brother, they are 0-7.
Yeah, I'm
it's
so
been
confused. I saw it was Moonslays. Let's just call him out. It was Moonslays, and he said it's just 1 series. Moonslays, are you fucking smoking that
They don't
shit?
have a hardpoint win on the year.
I was so confused when I saw that in the chat.
They haven't won a hardpoint yet.
What's their record in hardpoint? 0 and what?
0-12. They're me.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
They're me.
Nah,
they haven't won one.
Yeah, definitely struggling. Ben, you have any thoughts on Vegas?
I mean, they need kicks back, and they need to figure out what the best version of this 4 is. So I think maybe they try to use this stage to really see what they got in all 8 of the guys that are on the roster, and then we'll see what they do after this major. Like I always thought Major 1 was going to be iffy for them, especially because they didn't also come here like early enough to get ahead on teams. So
no, if I'm the Falcons,
look like.
If I'm the Falcons, I'm signing all of Fellows Challenger team -1. You just take out one of them and just bring on Xnit and then bang, and then just try to be like, yo, teach Xnit how to play the game, bro.
I'm gonna be honest though, Chris, because some people were saying that, like, right, dip into challengers, right? Keep some of them and dip into challengers. Do you think that there's gonna be a language barrier?
I mean, I forgot what Hamza said, but apparently they speak English. It's just a small talk. That's hard. They play eights, yeah.
I mean, listen, bro. Listen, I've watched. They definitely speak like broken English, but I don't think I don't think they're as responsive as people think, right? Like, I think it might take them a second or two to like acknowledge what's being said, because it's not their first language. It's not their fault. I'm just saying, like when you mix those type of players together, like when you're mixing different regions. Like, I definitely think the language barrier can be an issue. I mean, some people in the chat are saying it won't be an issue. It doesn't matter. I think it will be, personally. Like, I don't see them meshing. Like, I don't see there being good small talk, like good chemistry, like good teamwork, good situational play. Like, I feel like it would really haunt them. Like, if you're gonna make changes to Vegas, you either have to keep the full Saudi Arabian team, or you have to get rid of all of them and build like an NA team of like top challenger players, or try and pick up some other players. You know what I mean? Would you guys agree with that or no?
Yeah.
Like, would you guys want to mix region? Would you guys be okay with mixing regions on this team?
Nah,
like,
I mean, I wouldn't mind it if you actually like believe that someone on the team could like I'm not gonna say they're gonna be fucking Hydra, but Hydra fucking learned, I mean, like he got better over time.
Right,
like they can too.
You would rather keep Xnit over Kicks? Is that what I heard?
Well, Kicks is the AFK, bro. We don't even know if that guy's coming back, my boy.
Though,
no, you would keep both of them.
No,
you keep
I would maybe
Kicks.
keep both.
You would probably do King, Xnit, and Kicks, and then either Roxas or Doom. I'm not sure which one they would want, but I feel like King, Xnit, and Kicks would be a good trio. But go ahead, Sam.
You know how Miami and now Falcons are doing this whole regional thing? Do you think that it is more beneficial to grow their region as the org representing the region, or having the players represent the region? So say if Falcons came in and they picked up fucking LAT and they were just dominating, and they were just like a Saudi Arabian organization, but they were obviously a top 3 team. Do you think that's more impactful than just having MENA players represent, or Heretics, for example, if Heretics had a really good team?
I'm going to go ahead and say that it's more important for the region rather than the players, because, I mean, we saw it at the fucking Esports World Cup. They picked up like the best teams out of like every game, and not all of them were from MENA, and they were fucking celebrating that shit. So they love it, bro. They just want a dub for the Falcons. I don't know if they care about the players.
Like, what do we think is better for regional growth? Having the players from that region, or just having the org be successful that's from that region?
I think it's a mix of both.
Both.
I
Yeah.
think
I think the players are more important.
Players
personally.
are definitely more important.
You've seen some
Yeah.
other franchise esports when you start importing players that are not natural to that region, it makes marketability and revenue like a little bit difficult. I think for Falcons, the goal is to find a player or two that is from that region that can play in a mixed team, and that will be the best version.
But
of
Ben,
the squad they can build.
you're comparing. I know what you're comparing. You're comparing like Overwatch League, and that was like selling tickets in cities. But if we're getting away from this geo-regional bullshit, I really don't think having the players matters as much as we think. Half the time we're online anyway. Like
I
you
hear
want
what you're saying,
you want
Pat.
the team you're a fan of to do well, and you don't really
Pat,
care who's on that
Pat,
team.
I hear what you're saying, but like I was in Riyadh this summer and like talking to people there, like they want to see talent from that region.
They
get to the
want
upper levels of
to,
these
but I don't think
esports.
it's going to change anything. Like, they're
No, I
not
think
there right now.
I think it will because it will. They see it as a way to drive participation in those regions because those regions weren't playing organized esports until like 2 years ago. So they want to use this
Again,
as a springboard to
I
like, keep
think
that
that's
going.
more of like a 10-year plan thing. But in the short term, no one's going to care who's on the team that you're a fan of.
Listen,
you just want your
if
team to
the
do well.
question here is, are they just going to drop all their Saudi players and make it EU, NA, or NA mixed team? No, I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think they're going to do that. I was just curious what you guys thought on the region thing.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't
what's
think it's a black and
Falcons?
white
What's
thing.
Falcons
to be honest,
CS lineup?
Sam. That's been a
Nico,
fucking-
right? They just picked up Nico. I know that.
That's
How
been
many
that-
how many
that team's been a
players?
fucking disaster.
Yeah, but obviously they're doing it there. So like, what's the difference? They're all
Well,
EU.
the difference is they've been trying to court Nico for forever, and the team
Yeah,
they put
but-
around
but-
him
but
isn't going to be that good.
CS is
they
already
wanted
a
to be-
regional game, though, Pat.
Yeah, but they wanted to be in CS and they got all EU players, and EU dominates that game. Like, it's the same thing.
They
In
picked up
A,
Hal and
some of
Apex.
EU
They
Yeah, I
picked
guess
up
it's true.
Biffle and
I guess it's true.
Warzone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's true, Pat. I guess that's true.
Listen, I hear what you guys are saying, bro. As far as like EWC, these other games, when they can pick up these mixed teams, they will. But they are, and they love COD there, and like they want to find a way to develop COD talent to go like funnel into this thing. So I think they're going to see this project through at least this year. Do I think maybe at some point by the end of the year or next year they go to more of a mixed NA SA team? I think probably. I think
They got
that'll
an
be fine.
EU and an NA coach. Like, why? Like, they're like, why not just go with the talent? It makes sense in esports, bro. You always pick up the talent.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think they're going to do that. I'm trying to put like.
But yeah, and they're gonna go win
infinite
this in the
logic behind
CDL, and it's just embarrassing for the entire product. That's the
I
problem.
mean, I would
That's what
say
we're
it was
bitching
also
about.
embarrassing when Paris won 2 series in Vanguard, but I guess it is what it is. We won't criticize them because people that were on
That
the
team
team,
was
friends of
just
people
dog
on this
shit.
show. So
I don't even know what we're talking about, dude. We're just yapping. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's a stupid argument.
What?
Wait, what do you mean?
what do you mean
What is
Paris?
it?
What do you mean Paris, bro? Like, what the fuck are we bringing up Paris for?
Because they're
because-
friends with people on the
no,
show.
That's
No,
what
because-
I'm
because-
saying.
I don't
No,
even
no,
know
no.
who was on Paris.
I couldn't
All I
even
know
tell
was
you.
Donnie.
No, I could not-
And
no,
those
'cause-
fools were ass.
Dude, that
Ben,
team
who are
was
you talking
fucking-
about?
The
Who are you
team
talking
was-
about?
The team was fucking horrific.
Ben,
and, like,
what
they're
the
just as
fuck
bad
are
as this
you
team.
talking about?
No, I just don't know why we're having this unrealistic conversation of like, they should just pick up a whole NA Challenger team.
This
They're
is
just not gonna do-
unrealistic. Their
they're not
COD
gonna
team
do-
sucks. It's
They're not going to
we're
do
not
it.
saying
They're
anything
not, it's not a real
unrealistic.
conversation. They're not going to do it.
Well, I never said they should
Okay,
pick up
and they
a
are
whole
going to
one.
go
I said they
winless.
Why are we
should.
having a convo?
I
It's just
I
not
said
gonna
I said they
happen.
should. I said
what
they
they're
should
doing
mix.
is bad for the league. That is why we're having the convo. What do you mean?
Wait, we talk about shit that's not going to happen all the time, like the game getting fixed and fucking the format changing. Why are you sitting here pretending we only talk about shit that
we might
happens?
as well not talk at all.
Because I thought when it came to the Falcons, we were all accepting that like stage 1 for them was going to be like an auto L. Were we
not the whole year is an auto L. What are we saying?
Well, we still got 3/4 of a fucking.
and they're
season.
gonna be dog shit for all 3 of them. I don't know what we're pretending that like something's gonna happen. We know, bro. I
just think we
know
just-
what this team is
we're-
gonna be. It's
I
very
think
simple.
listen. I think it's pretty clear that they know that this stage is chalked. They know that they're going to be trying to fight to qualify for a chance by the end of the year. It seems like their strategy right now is
They're
to
not
see what
going
they
to
have. Yeah, they're probably not making
They're not
chance,
going to
but I think they're trying to see what they have in all 8 players, and we'll see what they do in the major 2 split. The Skicks come back, they shuffle lineups again. Like I think that's what they're going to try.
Bro,
but
is
it's
Ben-
like
That's kind of what
Is
we're
Ben
bitching about.
Falcon
Ben.
Shadow GM?
Why,
no,
why,
but I just think you guys.
why
like,
isn't
we're having
Org
a weird
allowed to
argument.
just why isn't Org allowed to just test and see what they have on an entire season and be basically waste a
Because
spot
they
completely?
paid for
But
it.
that's the problem. That is the entire problem that we are bitching about. That is not good for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand like how that isn't just the most obvious thing.
Well, we can move on to conversation for the Falcons. I don't know if you guys have anything to say on LAG again. Like they come out to get the win, they're 2-5 now. But do you really like see this as a
0 Falcons?
Yeah, like
wins.
you don't really put value to this win if you're LAG, right?
No.
I mean,
No. Kismet played well.
they all played well today. I mean, I don't think any of them
Kiz
played
was
bad.
cooking.
Kismet was cooking. The bulldog.
He had a crazy surge.
He did. He played really, really well today. I think he just has like his confidence is coming back. He's getting more comfortable. He's getting confident. Obviously we want to see LAG get more wins on the board. When we're looking at this roster, right? These guys need to turn it around. But I think for them, it was a big win. I know it's the Falcons, but they got to get every win they can possibly get right now. So, I mean, you'll take it if you're them. Do you have any thoughts on LAG? Anybody got any thoughts for those guys before we hop into a couple clips? All right.
Loser bracket's like a little spicy right now, and we'll see if they can do anything. But I think they're in the roster change combo after Major 1. I'm very curious what they're going to do.
LAG, you think they're going to roster change?
Yeah.
For who? Or like, what would you do, Ben? What would you do with the roster? Like, where do you think the weakest links are? You think you change out AR subs, or do you not know yet?
I think right now, I think Preston's played decently down the stretch. We'll see what happens in land, but I think you're dropping one of the ARs. You pick up some from challengers probably. I don't think you're ditching the Lens Kiz sub duo just yet, but I think they need to shuffle something up.
Okay, I wanted to go into some clips here from the Skyline. A couple clips. It's just the P3s that we're going to focus on because it was both rotations where I thought Falcons I don't know what they were doing. This is 15 seconds is left on this P2 hard point. And look at all the Falcons arrows just sprinting forward with 15 seconds left. Now there's 10 seconds left. By the time they get to this hard point, like look at Roxas right now. Look at where Roxas is right now with the next hill popping up. He just ran from New Hill all the way to Old into this corner. Everybody pushed Old. King, congratulations. You got the kill on Old, but now look at what happens. After nobody rotates, nobody gets to the next hard point. Now I'm going to pause it here. Now look at how this looks. Look at how this looks now for Falcons. Chris, I see you smirking over there. What's going through your mind after watching that, Chris? What's going through your mind?
I'm just appalled. How, like, bro, he just played that corner? That's what you play?
Bro, I don't know how they're doing this at this stage. They've already played 7 matches. How are they not like rotating here? Like, how are they not just holding and setting up? Like, whatever, bro. Somebody wants to hit Old, let them hit Old. But like, you gotta play new. And right here, just watching them with 15 seconds left of Old, just all sprint off of new and just run at this scrap time was crazy to me.
They triple hit it.
They triple hit scrap. I was fucking mind blown. I was like, dude, what are they doing? And you got to think a good rotation, right? You hold your P4 spawns, you hold the kitchen hill. You could potentially bring this back here if you're the Falcons. Instead, this all collapses, this falls apart, and then boom. I mean, Chris, give me a good setup here if you're the Vegas Falcons. What would you done in this situation, Chris? You get this kill, boom. You get this kill, boom. P-Dog's dead. You have 2 on a bar. You got 1 grass and 1 common bedroom on spawn.
Listen. Number 8, was he bottom? I can't tell if he's bottom. He's top. Okay, so he's top. Number 7 and 5 play hill. Number 6 or number 5, like whoever the fuck you want.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Either way, somebody can go play. Somebody can go play gym. Number 8's basically just like sitting here watching like P1 / the push through bottom bed. Somebody can go play gym. They play the exits off of Old. 5 and 7 are helping in case they hit the front. Number 6 is helping mid or spotting top cat. And then he can like play like a late pinch on the catwalk or like do some ratty shit. Because if they're all alive, he can make that play. They're not going to spawn behind him. And then he can make a disruptive play to either stop the front or help mid. Yeah. So like they could just hold your fucking horses and wait for some information.
Yeah, you hold. You have to hold mid. You have to hold top cat and mid, right? Don't make sure that nobody's pushing through mid and is going to pinch around you guys. And then just kind of hold on hill. The only thing you really got to worry about is underground. And that's the last guy off spawn. Like number 7 can even turn around and pick that up if he wanted to. Have number 5 watch his front. Number 6 can bounce mid-map with number 8. Number 7 can help him out. And they should just hold and work a setup. Like try and work some kills, get some info, try and figure out where LAG is going and what they're trying to do for this break. And play some kills. Try and work a 3-4 dead and funnel them into like a spawn trap or something. You work 100%. Some kills on this rotation. You spawn LAG all front. You put LAG in a blender here. You can put them in a blender, and you can bring this game back. Instead, they all run it Old, and they chalk up the map. I mean, and then we go into the second rotation, right? We go into another one. This is at the end of the game, okay? Vegas, again, get here early, right? They get here early. They have the rotation. 9 seconds left. 9. Number 6, Xnade. Look at him go. He's pushing through. Number 5's wide chow in front. This one looked a little bit better than last one, but Xnade, he's going to hit Old. He dies. As soon as he dies, look at the arrows from LAG now. Xnade gives them a free blood because he hit 5 seconds of scrap time. Now he's going to start getting aggro through mid. Bolo's going to jump through mid. Nobody's watching mid-map. How is nobody looking at mid-map?
Because they don't have 4 people.
I mean, yeah, because one hit old. But, I mean, even with one hitting old, you have a guy playing a corner front. You have 2 guys looking front.
Wait a second. Back up 10 seconds.
Actually
Like,
hits
right
old, dies. Right?
Did they see number 1 here? Can you back up a little bit more? Did they see him? Do they know he's here?
Let me see. Let me see if they see him.
Did he hit underground?
He's underground right now.
He's underground.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they can't see him here.
Okay.
Which is fine. You know people are going to go underground.
Yeah, that's fine.
Again, like Xnit hits old. Now, as soon as he dies, now they all go mid. You have number 5 holding front. I don't know why number 7. I don't know why Roxas keeps turning and helping him front. Like Roxas, lay down behind the desk and watch mid. Nobody has mid. Then he gets caught off guard. Look, he slides the corner. Roxas gets caught with his pants down. Right, another kill comes in for B-Dog. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and that's GG. Like, it's just like, dude, it's just basic COD fundamentals of just not even looking at your minimap and just not even playing the right lanes. Like, bro, if they can't do, like, little shit like this, like, bro, they're going winless. They're not going to win a series.
That's where my frustration stems from, because it's not like they're playing different maps every series and, like, trying to figure out a map pool. They've played Skyline damn near every they're scrimming it twice a day. You played it every series, and these are mistakes we were talking about on day 1.
Yep.
Granted, it's a different team, but like we've been talking about this style of mistake from the Falcons on this specific map every match. And that's where my frustration comes from, because I need to see something, some form of improvement, something where I can be like, oh, okay, like they clearly had a good day of scrims, or like fixed a concept. Understood how to hold this hill that they got broke on 16 times in a row. Like, that's why I'm frustrated watching this, because it's not even fucking competitive.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just
not.
spam rage hitting old. What are we doing?
Yep, completely agree. Couldn't agree more. It's very frustrating watching the Vegas Falcons these days, man. It's just...
Do they stream their scrims?
No.
Optic's the only team that streams.
I think Xnit's really the only one who turns his stream on. He'll play 8s, you know, like I'll watch him play 8s. And Xnit's a good, like, bro, he's a shooter. Like, his movement's good. His shot's good. The decision making from all these guys needs a lot of work. They're not going to be able to win series if they don't know how to play rotations and don't know how to set up. And I know Clay's there. I know they got coaches there. I wonder if they're like feeding them this information. Like, there's no way Clay's just sitting there with his dick in his hand, not saying anything to these guys. I'm sure he's saying them, but they're not.
I'm putting 0% of these wins on Clay.
Oh, 100%.
That only does so much, bro.
Yeah, it really does.
I'll repeat what I said in the earlier segment. I think this is an eval period of what they have in the 8 players. I think where we should really criticize this team and really get in on them is like Major 2 first couple of weeks. Once they've probably got a settled 4, are they still making these basic day 1 hard play mistakes, or are they actually like getting in these and they're playing clinical and they're actually winning some of these? Because they've now played how many different lineups? Like 4 or 5 different lineups now in like 6 weeks.
Yeah,
This is like
four.
We're gonna chalk
there.
a whole season, and whoever gets us is basically getting free 10 points. But we're just evaluating. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's what
you're
I'm saying, bro.
evaluating
If I look at
during
my-
league
I look at
matches.
my
Matt, during
schedule,
league matches.
I see my schedule, Falcons on there. Ooh, tennis.
Yep. Any other final thoughts on that series, guys? Any other final thoughts there before we move on to the last series? And we'll take a look. Tomorrow is an absolute banger of a day. We got to give our thoughts for tomorrow. I mean, I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's matches are going to be insane. But let's move on to the last series of the day. We had the Miami Heretics going up against the Carolina Royal Ravens. This one goes all the way down to a map number 5. Carolina gets the reverse sweep here against Miami. The map 1 Skyline goes to Miami. Map 2 goes to Miami. It was pretty comfortable as well. We were sitting here like, holy shit, this might be a 3-0. And then the Hacienda comes all the way down to the wire. So it was like a 2v2 in the round 5 to close it out. We'll go back and watch that one, because I thought Miami arguably should have won that map 3 and 3-0'd this series. And then they end up getting pushed to a map 4 where they get smoked. And then ultimately they lose there in a map 5. We'll scroll down and take a look at the stat sheet. Almost a red carpet here for the Miami Heretics. It's Real who's keeping them from that with a 1.11. He had a 0.92 from Lucky, a 0.92 from Meadows, a 0.93 from ROKKR. At least they're consistent there. And then you had Gwyn with a 0.85 on the other side. Slasher with a 0.86. TJ, what a masterclass series today. I don't know what the crumble cookie lineup was looking like, but T-Squared was absolutely shooting today. He was looking like prime Tej out there, just absolutely frying. And then we had a good series from Reese today, which is what we want to see from Reese Vivid. We've been waiting for this. I know he had to switch roles, and I know it's been probably a little bit different for him, switching roles and trying to get comfortable with it. But to see him have a good series here with a 1.09 and having the most damage on his team is really good to see from Reese Vivid. We'll take a look at the match MVP. Of course, it's TJ with a 1.21 in hardpoint, a 1.33 in surge, and a 1.68 in control. What a masterclass from TJ. Pat, we'll start with you. Miami, they come out. They were looking pretty good. Thought they were going to get the 3-0, and then they end up getting reverse sweeped. What are your thoughts?
Is there anything to say, bro? It's Mr. TJ.
I mean, TJ did have a masterclass.
I thought they were gonna get fucking 302 until that control, but yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I do want to give some props to Vivid. I know last episode I was pretty hard on him, like not calling for a spot, but saying like he would be on the chopping block if this team didn't turn around. Obviously, he had a good series today, but yeah, I mean, again, Chris, going back to your point, like, do you really think one person is changing this Miami Heretics squad? Like, I just feel like they don't have it. Does that make sense?
Well, no, I agree that they're not the best team, but like my whole thing about like saying one person could help them is because these guys far too heavily rely on Rencor or Real to like pop off. Like if one of them is going off, they have a chance in a series. If they have like an average map, bro, Lucky and Metals for the most part are not moving the needle, like in terms of like what they're doing for the team. Sometimes they're not even playing bad. It's just that they're not excelling. They're not picking up slack. I just don't see them pop off. Outside, Lucky and Search has been pretty good, so I will give him that. He's been pretty good. But outside of that, like, bro, that's the whole reason I'm saying like they're probably gonna need a roster change. They just need somebody else that can like help. Because if Real or Rencor, one of them slacks in a series, both of them need to play good the whole series for them to win. That's what it seems like. Mm-hmm. And if one of them slacks off, they probably aren't going to win, even if they keep it fucking close. But
do you think they're playing right though, outside of those guys just slacking off?
Well, no, but every team's making mistakes. Like it's not like
at times. I mean,
every team's making mistakes.
They have
you can't
moments.
say there
they have moments where they play good. They are so inconsistent.
I need a Sam crash out, bro.
Sam, go ahead, Sam. What do you think?
It's not even a crash out, bro. It's just, I mean, it was earlier. It's not as bad, but just the fundamentals, like the basic shit that like we cook Falcons for. I'm watching like even first map, like Carolina was doing it. Austin kind of had a poor for map 1, like the map 4, bro. Like there's just so many situations in hardpoint where like I'm sound like a piece of shit, bro. But like I've been on teams where like if my past team was in the situation that these teams are in, we could not call out and know what has to happen in order for us to hold or break a hill. And I'm watching these like teams in the league right now in the most straightforward, all the information in the world situations, and they just absolutely fuck it. And I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. There was it was the end of the game in this specific map. If you want to pull up the clip, the Hasi.
I got you.
It was the rotation. The P2, bro. The end of the game. Granted, it's an uphill battle. They're still down a bunch. They got to do some crazy shit to come back, right, bro? Before this, when they get right when they get the 2 kills, I lost my fucking mind on this rotation. You have 2 kills on a P2 rotation. The hill is popping. You know where they're spawning. You know where the last 2 people are. What the fuck is Miami doing? You have 2 kills. Pause it. Right when Gwyn shoots. Pause it.
All right, here.
Bro, you have 2 kills. New hill is up. You have all the information in the world. What the fuck are Metals and Rancor doing?
Say right here, after they get the 2 kills, you want to pause it, or you want one more?
Yeah, no, just like a
wait
little
until
bit
Gwyn
after Gwyn shoots. After Gwyn shoots,
Gwyn's going to reveal himself mid-map. He's going to reveal himself.
Austin shoots front. Bam. We know where Austin is. Yeah. Gwyn shoots. Bam. All dead. New hill is up. They're guaranteed spawning front. New hill's up. We know Gwyn is left. We know Austin's front. That's all 4 players. What the fuck are Rancor and Metals doing? What are we looking for? What is the initiative? What is the play call? Where's the small talk? Where's the like, yo, Gwyn's in mansion. That's the only guy here. Like, there's no way for him to go fences. Rancor's still looking fences, by the way. Metals is hiding in a corner because he thinks his team's going to get broke through the front because they're dog shit. What are they fucking doing, dude?
Yeah,
what are they doing?
Mind you, they do advance through the front, by the way, and they still get close.
I'm losing it watching this. It's not even Miami. It's every team outside of like the top 4. Like, what the fuck is this situation?
I mean, what would you want? What would Sam from
your teammates are in the kill the guy in mansion. Rancor's looking fences. Metals is legitimately hiding, running for his life in closet, like he's afraid to die. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Help your teammate, bro. Shoot the guy in mansion. All three of them are front. Unless, bro, you're a CDL level team. You know spawns. At least I hope you do. Why the fuck are we running away from the only guy? And he gets a 3-piece to break, dude.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Gwen pops a 3-piece through side door. It's insane,
He pops a 3-piece through side door when
what's even worse, Sam?
55.
What's even worse
left.
is they don't even shoot at Gwen. Look, he waltzes through lobby door, goes down the steps.
Yeah, bro, you have a chance to take the lead here after being down 100 points. What the fuck?
Couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more.
That's the thing, though, is like teams are not realizing their win condition, and they did the hard part. They got the close spawn. Even if they run at the guy, even if they run at Gwen.
Look at how they try to break.
That's their break potential, by the way. Real dolphin diving back drive.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then they try and break. He shouldn't even. He needs to wait for these guys side door. Real needs to wait. They can't just one by one hit this hill. They're spawning in the back. There's 28 seconds here. They need to kill this guy mid, which they do. Boom. Real right here. As soon as they get that kill mid, should be looking at his minimap and giving it 1 to 2 seconds, just buying some time for his teammates to come side door. This guy goes Superman. Look at this guy.
Yeah, I mean, granted, they don't really have much time, but yeah.
Nah, Chris. He could have gave it 2 seconds.
I'm saying 2 seconds.
Kill.
Yeah, they can definitely have a better break. I'm not saying they can't, but like,
they won the
they're
fight
already
mid.
at the end
They
of the
have
game,
numbers. They have numbers, but instead of using their numbers, they just go stagnant. Look, Real Superman, goodbye. Then Metals comes in second. He gets traded. And now the guys side door are too late. Look, they're too late. They're not there now. They're too late.
Yeah.
TJ is here, and bada bing, bada boom. Carolina get the kills, and Miami spawns out. That was a bad sequence, man. It was a bad sequence from them.
Oh, yeah. Dude. But they're not recognizing their win con, and the fact that they have the back spawns, they should acknowledge that they can go and kill Gwen, and if one of them dies in a trade, it's not going to be punishing because he's going to spawn right behind them.
I don't want them to sprint up the stairs and kill a guy. I want Metals to play like he belongs in the league. He's hiding in closet with Rancor, also brain dead looking fences. He's literally staring at well. There's no world in which there is a guy fences. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I know Scrap said, it's a fluky spot. Bro, there is no world in which there is a guy fences. And he checks it twice with all the info in the world in the hold. Like,
wait, what did Scrappy say? What did Scrappy say?
He said the well spawn's a little tweaked, bro.
Bro,
if there's a guy
didn't Scrap say he doesn't even know what's going on Hossie? Didn't he say that in an interview? That's the one map.
He goes 6-19 on that map. I don't want to hear no spawn logic from Ernie on that shit, dude. I'm sorry. That play was brain dead. I'm sorry, dude. I watched the worst Call of Duty I've ever seen in my fucking life today. I can't believe my fucking eyes. I'm sorry. Bro.
Ernie said this brain dead ass show. Ernie says a brain dead ass show.
Yeah, brain dead show. Guy can't go double negative. He can't, triple negative. Can't even go triple negative. Holy fuck. Anyway, yeah, but Miami should have 3-0'd. If Rancor gets this kill, they win.
Back to the control. Yeah, dude. If Rancor gets this, bro, and I'm losing fucking composure because, bro, all he needs to do is finish this kill, but he stopped shooting at the most important kill. If he gets this kill here and boom, he just starts playing his like he missed a little bit too. Then Real doesn't get tagged up here. That guy's probably dead. But as soon as he misses that kill, he comes in for the reach out. Rancor dies, and now Real's left in a 1v2 and he dies. But if Rancor gets that kill and stays alive, starts running around like top catwalk, goes up the stairs, like starts finessing, just starts stay alive up there. I mean, they might have had potential to win that map. This could have been a 3-0 here. I mean, 7 seconds left on the clock. This is game. This is game if Rancor gets his kill. Boom, you kill him. Last 2 guys are going to be forced on point, and it's probably all over. But instead, Real's left in a 1v2 situation.
That probably looks so shit from his POV, though, because he's shooting at a character model that's, like, standing up, and it starts to prone as he gets his shots, and he just gets lost under his irons. I mean, yeah, he definitely should have cleaned up that kill, but that looked probably so ass from his POV.
Yeah. Any other final thoughts, guys, on the Miami and Carolina? What did you guys think about Carolina today, other than TJ fucking cooking? I mean, TJ went fucking crazy today.
What Crumble had?
What's the Crumble lineup looking like, Pat?
It was really good this week. It was a
Vivid didn't get shit on. Let's go, Vivid.
I thought Reese had a good day, which is like a nice thing to see. And I don't want to talk more about Miami. I made my thoughts pretty clear yesterday on what I think of this team. So,
Tej definitely got this triple berry cobbler.
Anybody?
I will say this though, like Carolina is probably a good chance now. I think because Carolina will probably get 4th seed, they're going to play Atlanta FaZe round 1. Like, does anyone have confidence that they're going to beat FaZe?
I have FaZe. I have FaZe going to the grand final. I have like a FaZe Optic grand final.
If it's not Toronto,
maybe a
LAT, or Optic, no team is beating them.
Yeah, I think Carolina's got to make a lose bracket run at this major because they're going to get a tough draw with from the series they now dropped down the stretch here, and like they had to battle back, reverse sweep Miami, but their hard point is still looking a little bit sketchy.
I wonder is Miami qualified for Windows bracket with 2 and 5?
Yes,
Right?
Bro, it's crazy.
Yes, they
2 and
did.
5 team is going to get the 8th seed, bro. Like that's insane here.
Yeah. We can take a look here unless anybody's got any other final thoughts on the series, on Carolina, on anybody. Any final thoughts?
Ooh,
Wow,
fun
thank
matches.
God, bro.
Tomorrow
so good.
is a banger of
We
a
had
day.
to get through the dog shit to get to the light at the end
Yeah,
of the tunnel,
dude.
dude.
We just had to pull through today. We just had to pull through. Granted, you know, did want to still talk about the series and kind of highlight some of the things that these teams are doing wrong. And obviously, I feel like this day is gonna be a lot better today. Tomorrow.
I actually started my villain arc today, dude.
We got.
I couldn't take it anymore.
I like that, Sam. Sam, I like villain Sam.
I couldn't take it anymore after today, bro. The amount of dumb shit that I watched, I couldn't believe it.
W crash out.
We got Boston Breach going up against the Los Angeles Thieves. That's going to be a great one. We know Boston's really been kicking up this year. They've been a team to watch. Purge and Snoopy and the boys have really been turning up. You got LA Thieves, got Scrap in the chat. These guys, obviously the super team, right? I think right now they're kind of playing under expectations right now, and they're looking to turn things around. I think everybody's expecting LA Thieves to make this a series. And then we got Atlanta FaZe going up against Cloud9. I'm going to be honest, I don't think Cloud9 is going to be able to take FaZe tomorrow. But again, like we'll see what happens if Cloud9 can maybe work together, maybe figure something out, maybe make this a series. And then last series of the day, we have Toronto Ultra going up against Optic Texas, which I cannot wait for that. I mean, Toronto has been unreal this year. I think people are looking at Toronto as like a top tier team right now. They're undefeated, right? Have they even lost? What the hell is their record right now?
They're undefeated.
They've lost.
I thought they lost in the minor.
They lost in the minor.
They lost in the minor.
No,
but
we
they
don't
have
count that.
losses.
It's a different format.
I mean,
whatever.
Toronto's been insane, dude. Toronto's been nuts. And same with Optic. Obviously, Optic's been insane. Shotzi's been on his villain arc. He's been talking some shit. So tomorrow we have some bangers, man. We'll start with the first series of the day. Listen, man, I might go Boston Breach on this one. I might go Boston here. I
you're
might.
not.
I might. No, I
you're
might. No, I'm
not.
serious. I might go Boston Breach.
Just like how I did against FaZe.
Let me tell you why.
20?
Let me tell you why. Because people are calling me fade.
20
What?
gifted?
Yeah, we could do 20 gifted. I'm down.
Booked.
When I watch Boston play, I feel like their teamwork and their team chemistry is much better than Thieves right now. Thieves kind of seem all over the place to me right now. Like they have so much talent, but sometimes I feel like they're not really putting it together. And maybe tomorrow will be a better day for them. But I think overall, just like how Boston's been playing as a team, I'm gonna go with Boston in this one. I'm going with Boston for sure. I'll go Boston 3-2. I can see maybe going to a last map or something, maybe a 3-1, 3-2. I think it's gonna be a close series. Again, I think LA Thieves can take this series for sure. They're a good team, but I got Boston in this one. What do you think, Pat? Who do you got?
Wow, I'm just mind blown. You put 20 gifted on this series.
Yep, I put 20 gifted on a Boston win. I know you guys. I know you guys are cooking me, but I don't know. I see
think-
something in
think it'll
Boston.
be
I see
close.
something in them.
I agree with you. I think it'll be close. But yeah, I don't. I feel like Thieves have to win this. Yeah, I'm gonna go Thieves. 20 gifted is insane.
It's I already won 20 gifted,
even
so
us?
I got a little wiggle room
You're
here.
playing
Pat.
with
You want to know why? Because I had Boston.
Yeah, Sam picked Boston versus FaZe, but Pat, I was like, nah, FaZe is the best
That's
team. I was
That's insane.
like, FaZe is the best team in the game. I'm
Listen,
going
bro, it's a
FaZe.
business decision. Either I got 20 from Tom or I got reimbursed for the bet, so it didn't matter.
What about you,
Business
Sam?
decision.
Who do you got?
I got LAT earning 1.4 tomorrow.
Alrighty. What about you, Ben?
I got Thieves 3-1. I agree that Thieves' teamwork is not good, but Boston did not look good against FaZe yesterday, and I think Thieves is just going to outskill them.
All right, what about you, Duarte?
I'm gonna go Thieves because I know Thieves is not gonna play red card, and that's been a fucking strong suit for Boston. So we're probably gonna see Hacienda again tomorrow, and I think I think Scrap's
careful on
gonna
that well spawn, Scrap. Tomorrow, hey, you better watch that well spawn on that P2.
I think Scrap's gonna go positive on that
Better watch
Hacienda
that
hard
spawn.
point tomorrow. I think he's gonna go if they play it. I think he's going positive. I think they're gonna win this series.
Shut up,
3.
Sam. You don't know
goddamn
what you're
hope
talking
so.
about, Sam. You don't know what you're talking about.
I just got hindsight
Nah,
over here.
listen,
Bring to that
Ernie-
show.
Just
Bring to
pure
that show.
hindsight.
Nah, Ernie's playing Hill tomorrow. Watch.
He said, I'll be in the well. That's what he
At
said.
the bottom.
All right, so everybody's got Thieves. I got Boston. Then we got Atlanta FaZe versus New York.
Too. That's crazy.
I'm going Atlanta FaZe in the New York series. I just think FaZe is on point right now. I'm going FaZe. I'll say 3-0, 3-1 for that one. Pat, who do you got?
FaZe 3-0. I don't think it'll be close.
Sam?
Yeah, FaZe 3-0.
Chris? Ben? Sorry.
FaZe 3-1. They might experiment a little bit the map pool, but I think they'll win.
What about you, Chris?
FaZe. I don't know if they're going to experiment with the map pool, considering they need every CDO win they can get. Yeah, they're in a good spot, but like, bro, they're like what 3-3 or some shit, 4-3. Like,
they're literally tied for second in overall points. So,
well, no, I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about their fucking record, bro. Like that record up.
They're because of this 2-5 bullshit. They're basically they're
Fair.
not gonna
I'm
they're
just
not gonna
saying.
lose C9. They're basically stuck in fifth at this point. I don't know if there's a scenario where they can get fourth. If someone knows.
Gotcha.
All right, everybody's got FaZe in that one. And then we got Toronto Ultra going up against Optic Texas. I think this is going to be a grueler. I can see a last map here, but I see Optic Texas taking this one. I'm going to go with Optic in this one. Pat, who do you got?
And I don't want to say it, bro. Fuck. I got Ultra.
You got Ultra, Pat?
Ultra.
Yeah, game 5. I think they sweep the search.
All right, what do you think, Sam? Who do you have here? It's going to be a good
I'm
series.
excited for this, bro.
Me too. I don't know
I'm
who's winning this.
excited because this is Toronto's only matchup against the top 3 team that wasn't fraud phase before the break. So I want to see how they're playing. We've been touting them. We've been talking them up. I want to see how they play against teams that we're comparing them to. With that said, I'm picking Optic.
All right, Benjay? You're muted, Ben.
I don't know what to pick in this one. I got Optic game 5, but I don't feel very confident in that one. I think this one will go to distance. I just trust Optic to make the right decisions in a big series like this, but I will not be surprised if Toronto wins.
You have Optic winning the game. I feel like they have to win before game 5.
No, they could take game
Toronto's
5.
S&Ds just look too good.
Wait, I was
but
gonna
the
say-
Optic guy-
Yeah, like the
Optic guys
Genesis
nice
Clean
stuff.
X combo and Search has been pretty.
Is
Been really good.
is this the best S&D team right now versus the second best? I think Optics has a really good record in search too. No, it's close. They had one for a while.
I think FaZe got to be in the mix in that S&D combo right now. It just Sam was talking about this yesterday with FaZe and the stats. Like I think FaZe statistically is like the third best.
Yeah, I think FaZe
First team
stats
right
since
now.
they came back have been good.
That's what I'm saying. You can't
Yeah.
even compare them before, though.
Bro,
I'm talking
so
about like overall.
even
They're
if
the
you-
third. So chat's saying it's third, close
Even
if
if-
not third.
Even if
Yeah.
you include their stats from before when they sucked, they're still statistically third now. Like I put FaZe, Toronto, Optic, Carolina probably top 4 S&D.
This
teams
map
right
set
now.
tomorrow is about to be fucking weird versus these two teams.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Optic.
You going Optic, Chris?
Yeah, I
The,
think
the
Optic
only the
get
only
done.
thing I will say with Toronto that they can get exposed on is they are the worst team at rotating the hard points in the entire league. They only win rotation percentage on 40. And their break percentage is pretty good. It's not top, but they win the middle and the end of hills like very effectively. I think Optic's very good at that. So I won't be surprised if Optic take both hard points in this one and we kind of see Toronto's game plan get a little bit exposed.
I think it's going to be an uphill battle in the respawns for Toronto because Optic's going to get Hacienda or Vault hardpoint, and I think they're fucking godlike at both. So one of them is going to be in the series.
I think map 2 is going to be a big map. Because if Optic could come out and win the respawn and Toronto just troll the S&D and don't win the search, then I could see it being a crazy series. But I think it'll go game 5 for sure. I think we're going to see a map 5.
So I got stats from my boy Turtle. I think he sent. I think this is S&D. Our Ultra's 9-2 in S&D. Royal Ravens is 9-6. FaZe is 7-5, and Optic is 8-6. So they're 4th in win percentage. But it's very close. It's like within 1 or 2%, while Ultra's is 81%, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, their only 2 losses are to Minnesota on Hacienda.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. Obviously, we got some incredible matches, so I'm excited to cover these on tomorrow's episode, and I'm excited for the watch party. Benjay, you want to sing us out with a pup, Benjay?
Yeah, I'll see if I can get it done today.
You got another flu game, Benjay. You got another flu game. Ben's been a trooper. He's pushing through. Everybody give it up for the one and only Benjay to see him. We got channel points coming in, and it's pretty half and half right now. We got 8 million channel points on a make. We got almost 7 million on a miss, and the channel points are flying in as of right now. Now we got 9 million as a lot of people are betting on Benjay Nassim sinking his pot. Now we're up to 11 million on Ben sinking it. And we're at 8 million to him missing it. So a lot of people got their points now. Now we're at 12 million. They're expecting Benjay to hit this pot Let's see what happens here. We got a lot of people on a miss as well. We got 11 million channel points on a miss. We got 16 million on a make. Holy shit. Ben J. Nassim stepping up to the green. Let's see what this guy can do as he sets the ball up and he lines it up. No slip is on today. Nothing but socks on a hardwood floor. You got to think maybe it's not enough. Let's see what this guy can do as he misses the putt yet again. 2 days in a row. Oh, man. Oh, it's Ben J. Nassim. He just can't get it done yet again. As he steps up for another hit, which will not count. Let's see if he can do it the second time. Yes, he does, but it's too late. Ben J. Nassim misses the putt for 2 days in a row. Ben, what are your immediate thoughts after missing the putt 2 days in a row?
I mean, it's not golf season. I'm sick. That's my thoughts.
All right, Benjay, making excuses. Let's keep it going. Guys, seriously, though, appreciate everybody who came in today. Thank you for all the support. Shout out to Ben for hopping on while being sick. And shout out to everybody, Chris, Pat, Sam. Shout out to all of you guys. We got some banger matches tomorrow. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for all the energy today and the watch parties, the shows, everything. And we'll get it going, folks. We'll be back tomorrow. We got some banger matches. So, as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go to anchor.fm/theflank. Check out audio sites around. Go follow @theflank on Twitter. Gersh doing a phenomenal job running socials per usual. We got new merch coming soon. ZOOMAA.gg. Go put in your email. You'll get some updates for whenever stuff drops. And then, of course, join the community if you haven't already. It's pinned to my profile on Twitter. Same with the Flank profile. It's pinned at the top. You guys can go check that out. Join the community if you're not in there already. We're almost at 20,000 people in the community, man. So thank you to everybody who's been in there and been showing love, man. I appreciate y'all. As always, man, take care. Brush your hair. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on another episode of The Flank, man. Take care. Episode. That's what I'm talking about.